As people move through life, mental toughness shows up as a strong force that enables them to face obstacles head-on. Mental resilience allows one to rise above challenges and come out stronger on the other side when faced with adversity head-on. The ability to adjust and recover from setbacks is the foundation of mental resilience, like a strong tree that withstands storms, cultivating a spirit that breaks no matter what. The deep realization that obstacles are not barriers to one's progress, but rather opportunities for personal advancement is the foundation of mental resilience. When faced with obstacles in life, mental toughness serves as a beacon, showing the way to inner strength and self-awareness. Embracing the idea that thinking positively may change circumstances for the better and turn dark events into chances for personal growth. This is known as mental resilience. Mental resilience makes people able to tackle uncertainty head-on with courage and optimism. It becomes a reliable ally in times of uncertainty. Being able to turn suffering into strength, disappointment into resolve, and fear into fortitude is what makes mental resilience so beautiful. Mental toughness forms character via unflinching endurance in the face of difficulty, just as a river alters the landscape with continuous flow. A mindset that is open to change and acknowledges that mental adaptability is essential for negotiating. Life's erratic turns is necessary for developing mental resilience. A person's journey towards mental resilience is evidence of their ability to persevere, adjust, and eventually flourish in the face of life's unavoidable difficulties. Resilience may be a source of empowerment, obstacles can be turned into stepping stones to success, and failures can become chances for self-discovery. Mental resilience is a beautiful note in the melody of life. It is a note of bravery, tenacity, and an unwavering faith in one's capacity to triumph even in the most trying situations. It is possible for people to turn periods of defeat into victorious comebacks, thanks to mental toughness, just like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This shows that setbacks are not the end, but rather a fresh start. Adopting a forward-thinking perspective is crucial for mental resilience, since it entails living in the present while keeping a laser-like focus on the opportunities that lie ahead. Mental resilience functions as an anchor in the middle of life's volatility, helping people stay rooted in their ideals and values and giving them a solid base from which to rebuild when things become rough. Since genuine strength comes from having a deep understanding of oneself, developing mental resilience is an ongoing process of self-reflection, self-compassion, and self-discovery. Psychological resilience allows people to handle life's highs and lows gracefully, finding equilibrium even during the most turbulent moments, much like an experienced surfer navigating the waves. Positive thinking may be a powerful tool for confronting obstacles, as seen by the way that mental resilience is woven with strands of hope, optimism, and an unwavering belief in one's ability to overcome adversity. As people learn to turn and alter their sails in the face of unforeseen winds, mental resilience helps people understand the value of adaptation in the complex dance of life, ultimately guiding them towards victory. Psychological toughness takes people from just surviving to thriving, opening doors to deep purpose and personal fulfillment. Embracing vulnerability as a strength is a crucial part of developing mental resilience, as it is a brave step towards developing long-lasting resilience to face and accept one's own shortcomings. Mental resilience creates a picture of tenacity in the vast fabric of human experience, showing that the capacity to live through hardship and persevere is a distinguishing quality of people who overcome it. Similar to how a flame can endure the most intense wind gusts, mental toughness enables the human soul to burn brightly despite obstacles from the outside world and emit warmth that encourages others to keep going. A person's journey towards mental resilience is a life-changing experience that shapes them into symbols of courage, empathy, and knowledge that have a significant impact on both their own and other people's lives. A person must constantly exercise emotional intelligence, flexibility, and coping mechanisms in order to develop mental resilience in the complex dance of life. This is similar to how a master artisan perfects their craft. Developing these abilities requires practice. Gaining mental resilience requires a person to go on a personal voyage where they learn the limits of their own inner strength and realize that even in the most trying circumstances, they have a source of strength within them. In the same way that an experienced gardener tends to their plants throughout the seasons, mental resilience requires constant care, self-nurturing, and a dedication to one's own well-being in order for its roots to grow deeper and stronger over time. As people learn to see the opportunities for growth and self-improvement that every obstacle presents, they become more resilient mentally and cultivate an appreciation that is woven throughout the fabric of mental resilience. By viewing failures through the prism of mental toughness, people use them as a starting point to craft their own stories, turning the commonplace into the remarkable and rewriting history with courage, resiliency, and unflinching resolve. Understanding that failures and setbacks are not indicators of weakness, but rather significant junctures on the journey to success is fundamental to mental resilience. Adversity may be turned into pathways toward a more resilient self, by learning from each setback and using it as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Based on the idea of self-compassion, mental resilience grows, and people are encouraged to be kind and sympathetic to themselves while they are going through difficult situations. A supportive atmosphere for personal development is fostered by this self-love, which grows into a strong shield against life's hardships. It takes a community to achieve mental resilience. It is not an individual path. Building a network of support that acts as a safety net during trying times can help people become more resilient. This can be achieved through interacting with others, exchanging tales, and finding inspiration in the strength of the group. As experience builds, resilience is a dynamic force. A person's ability to accept change and handle uncertainty gracefully develops throughout time, and it's a sign of how resilient their mental state has grown. A commitment to emotional health is made when one pursues mental toughness. Recognizing and conquering obstacles fortifies the mind, just as physical training strengthens the body. Having a strong psychological foundation that can resist life's unforeseen turns is the end outcome. Mental toughness appears as a transformational chemical in the furnace of adversity. People learn to change their doubts into steadfast faith, their fear into bravery, and their hopelessness into optimism, creating an unbreakable spirit that resists the constraints placed on it by environment. Accepting suffering as a driving force for development is a necessary step on the path to mental resilience. By deliberately choosing to step outside of one's comfort zone, one's capacity to face uncertainty and adjust to change with grace and resilience is increased. As a skill that may be developed via intentional practice, mental resilience is not an innate characteristic. Building a robust mindset and resilient life begins with daily practices of gratitude, mindfulness, and positive affirmations. Mental resilience gives people the ability to navigate the difficult waters of life with a steady hand, much like a competent navigator guiding a ship through stormy seas. Resilience is a beacon that leads to inner strength and may help navigate through even the most difficult situations. Perseverance is the lexicon used to write the story of mental resilience. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, comment, subscribe, and press the notification bell. Together, let's keep spreading happiness. It's your support that keeps this community alive. Again, thank you all, and keep rocking.